In the quiet living room, his mother, Mrs. John, sat upright, her voice calm but laced with disappointment. Vine, you are a good wife. We have never denied that. You take care of Jungkook, you respect our family, but marriage is not only about companionship. You swallowed hard. Then what is it about your ma? His mother leaned forward, her tone heavier. It's about continuation, about legacy, about giving Jungkook an heir who will carry his name, his blood. You have been married for years, and still. She sighed, shaking her head. There is no child. You're just tightened, your hands clenching together. I have tried. We both did. It's not as if I choose this. Do you think I don't suffer every night knowing I can't give him that? His mother's eyes softened for a moment, but quickly hardened again. Van, we understand your pain, but do you understand ours? We are parents too. We dreamed of holding Jungkook's child in our arms, of seeing him become a father, and now all those dreams are fading. You bite your lip to keep it from trembling, so because I can't give you a grandchild, I am less of a wife, less of a woman. His mother's silence was answer enough. She looked at you gently but firmly. No, Ryan, you are not less, but you are incomplete for him. A marriage must fulfill every part of a man's life. You can give him love, yes, but love without a child is hollow. Your vision blurred with tears, yet you forced your voice steady. Do you really think Jungkook's love for me is so weak that it needs a child to survive? His mother exhaled slowly, almost sorrowfully. One day he will realize what he is missing, and when that day comes, it will hurt you more than it hurt us. That is why we ask you to step back before it's too late. Jungkook's mother reached across the low table, her hands trembling as they touched yours. Her eyes were brimming with tears, the same eyes that once looked at you with warmth when you first entered this family. Ryan, her voice cracked as he tried to hold back sobs. Please, please leave him. Leave my son for his better life. Your breath hissed, the words slicing through you like 1,000 blades. What? You whispered, pulling your hand back slightly as if bound. She gripped tighter, desperation flooding her face. If you truly love him, let him go so that he can marry Kang's daughter. She can give him what you cannot. She can give him children, a future, a complete life. Don't chain him to emptiness because of your pride. Her tears fell freely, her body shaking as she begged. Please, Vayan, I am a mother. I cannot watch my son grow old with nothing in his arms. Don't punish him for what is not even your fault. Your lips quivered, your heart tearing apart piece by piece. You wanted to scream, to argue, to tell her that Jungkook never once made you feel like you were lacking, but her tears, her broken voice, they pierced through your resolve. Am I truly so incomplete? You whispered, your voice hollow. She closed her eyes, unable to answer, but her silence said more than words could ever. You felt your chest cave in, breathe shaky as guilt swallowed you whole. Maybe they are right. Maybe love isn't enough. Maybe Jungkook will regret it one day. Maybe I'm holding him back. You nodded faintly, tears streaming down your cheeks. If this is what's best for him, then I will step away. I won't let him suffer because of me. Her sobs turned into relief as she whispered, thank you, Ryan. One day you will understand this is for his happiness. But as you sat there staring at nothing, the truth weighed like stone in your chest. This wasn't for his happiness. This was the end of yours. The sound of running water echoed from the bathroom as you showered, unaware of the storm about to erupt. Jungkook stood in front of the mirror, adjusting his cuffs, his eyes narrowing at the tie on the bed. Doesn't match, he muttered, tugging it off. He walked to the shelf, searching for another one. As he reached for the box where he usually kept his spares, a folder slipped from the top shelf and landed on the floor with a dull thud. Paper scattered. Damn it, he sighed, bending down to gather them. But the moment his eyes caught the bold letters on the first page, his hand froze. The air left his lungs, his vision blurred instantly. For a second, he thought his mind was playing tricks on him. But no, your name was signed on the corner, shaky yet heartbreakingly real. His heart dropped to his stomach, a cursing weight pressing against his ribs. No, no, he whispered, flipping through the pages with trembling hands. Each word was a knife, irreconcilable differences, mutual consent, best for better future for both. His knees nearly buckled, the tie fell from his grip, forgotten. Just then the bathroom door clicked open, steam curling out. You stepped into the room, trying your hair casually, but the moment your eyes lifted, your heart froze. Jungkook stood in the middle of the room, his face pale, his chest heaving, the folder clutched in his fist. Jungkook, your voice cracked, the towel slipping slightly from your frozen fingers. When he looked up, his eyes were already red, betrayal and anguish written all over his face. His lips trembled before he choked out, "What is this, Ryan?" His voice was hoarse, raw, as if the words themselves burned. You forced yourself to meet his eyes, though your throat tightened. It's actually what it's looked like. You forced your lips to move, even as your throat ached. The silence was deafening. He blinked as if your words were knives he couldn't dodge. Divorce? For a moment silence, then hollow laugh slipped past his lips, shaky, desperate, the sound of a man clinging to denial. "Answer me, Mrs. John Wyan, petition for divorce, without a word to me, as if we are strangers ending a contract." You inhaled sharply, your fingers tightening around the towel, but you kept your face blank. "I didn't think there was anything to discuss." His hand shook harder, his voice rose, breaking. "Nothing to discuss? Are you even listening yourself?" His lips twisted into something like a laugh, but it was shaky. "Why, tell me, please just say it's stupid prank, some ridiculous joke. Tell me you are trying to scare me, anything, just not this." You stayed silent, your face stiff. He let out another laugh, louder, sharper this time, but his eyes were wide with fear. "God, you almost had me. You can't be serious. Divorce? After 5 years?" Your lips quivered, but you forced the word out flatly. "Isn't a joke." Jungkook just gaped as though the air had been punched from him. His eyes widened in disbelief, tears pooling, but still he clung to hope. He staggered forward, clutching your shoulders with shaking hands. "One, stop. This isn't funny. I can't understand what changed overnight. What did I miss? Did I do something wrong? Did I hurt you without knowing?" His grip tightened as his voice broke, his face crumbling with fear. He shook his head violently, pulling you closer until his tears finally spilled, streaking down his flushed cheeks. "Why, just last week you were smiling about the anniversary party. You held my hand in your sleep. You kissed me and said you couldn't wait. Was all of that fake? Was I living in a lie while you were planning this?" Your cold mask faltered for the smallest second, but you bit your lip hard to keep it in place. "Maybe I was." His body flinched, his eyes widening in disbelief, his finger trembled against your skin. Don't say that. You have never been this cruel, not even in our worst fights. Look at me and tell me what I did that you are punishing me with this." You turned your face away, voice ice cold, though your inside screamed, "This is what best for both of us." His tears finally slipped hot and unchecked, trailing down his flushed cheeks. His grip tightened like he was holding on for his life. "Best for both of us? No, it's not for me, not for us. Don't you dare decide on your own." His voice cracked, each word breaking under the weight of desperation. "One day you are in my arms, and the next you hand me divorce papers. That doesn't just happen, why? Not unless something is terribly wrong. So tell me the truth." Your throat burned as you whispered, almost choking on the words. "I can't." "You can't, you won't. Which one is it? 5 years, Ryan, 5 years of my life, my love, my everything. And you are standing here ready to throw it away without giving me a single reason?" His body trembled as his voice rose again. Pain, pleading, the paper slipped from his grip, scattering between your feet. His eyes locked on you, red, broken, yet burning with determination. Look me in the eye, and tell me I don't matter. Tell me you don't love me anymore. If you can do that, if you can say it without breaking, I will sign. But until then, I swear to you, I'm not letting you go. There is nothing to explain. I'm not happy with you anymore, Jungkook. You refused to meet his eyes. Every word felt like stabbing yourself in the chest, but you kept going. I don't love you the way you think. I stayed because it was comfortable, but lately I realized I want more, something you can't give me. I want a divorce. Jungkook, and if you really love me, you will sign those papers without making this difficult. He looked at you like a man who had just been stabbed by the one person he trusted most. You think I believe this? He hissed. That after everything you are suddenly unhappy? You swallowed hard, your nails sticking into your palms, but you forced a bitter smile. Believe what you want. The truth is, I don't want to be tied to you anymore. I feel suffocated in this marriage. You are lying to me. I can see it in your eyes. Tell me what is it. Tell me who made you say this because the woman I love would never throw us away like trash. Tell me the real reason before I lose my mind, Brian. You turned away quickly, hiding the tears threatening to fall. There is no other reason. If you don't sign them, I will file it myself. Jungkook's breath came sharp, uneven, as if he were being strangled. If you think you can run from me this easily, you don't know me at all. The air between you was thick, suffocating, your face cold, his eyes burning with tears. Then suddenly your phone buzzed on the nightstand. You froze when you saw the name on the screen. Panic shot through you. You moved quickly, reaching for it. I will take it. But Jungkook was faster. His hand shot out, grabbing the phone before you could. He gave you a sharp, wounded look as if daring you to snatch it back. "We will talk later," he muttered bitterly and was about to press decline, but he accidentally pressed answer, just as his mother's trembling voice spilled through the line. "Brian, did you give him the divorce papers? Please tell me you didn't hesitate. You promised me you would set him free before he ruins his life with you." Your blood ran cold. Jungkook's entire body went rigid. Jungkook, give it to me. He reached for the phone desperately, but he stood unmoving, his face pale as a stone, listening in silence. His mother's words cut deeper with every syllable. And I know it hurts, but it's for his own good. You can't give him children. You can't give him a future. Don't be selfish. If you really love him, you will let him marry the Kang's daughter. Jungkook's throat worked painfully, his Adam apples popping as he tried to swallow the lump in his throat. His vision blurred, tears streaming unchecked down his face. For once, you had no words. Your act, your cold mask, it all shattered as your heart dropped. "Jungkook, please, give me the phone," he whispered, but he didn't. He ended the call, slowly lowering the phone to his side, his shoulders shaking. When his eyes lifted to you, red, glassy, they were filled with something raw, something breaking. "So that's it. All this time, you were going to destroy us because of them." His voice was barely a whisper, hoarse with betrayal. You opened your mouth, but nothing came out. Without a word, he hurled your phone across the room. It shattered against the floor, pieces scattering. You flinched, your breath couched in your throat. Jungkook dragged both hands through his hair, pacing the room like a caged. His chest heaved, fury and heartbreak colliding in his eyes. You had never seen him like this, so torn, so close to losing himself. Finally he stopped, his head snapping toward you. His steps were heavy, purposeful as he closed the distance. His voice cracked, echoing through the room. "Is the child more important than my own happiness?" You stumbled back, flinching, your heart hammering. Tears spilled freely now when he stood just inches away, towering over you. Knees weakened. You squeezed your eyes shut, bracing yourself for his anger, his wrath, anything. Why did you give him the divorce papers? Please tell me you didn't hesitate. You promised me you would set him free before he ruins his life with you. Your blood ran cold, Jung's entire body went rigid. But it never came. Jungkook froze, staring down at your trembling shoulders, clenched face, your lips pressed tightly to keep you from crying. You looked so small, so fragile. His chest ached. The rays drained out of him, leaving only anguish. His trembling hands lifted halfway as if to touch you, but he stopped, curling it into a fist, forcing himself to step back. He turned his face away, blinking curiously as tears slipped free. His broad shoulders shook with the efforts of holding himself together. God, did you really think a baby would ever mean more to me than you? That my happiness depends on something I never even asked for? The whispered voice was breaking. You opened your eyes, tried to speak, but the lump in your throat strangled your voice. Suddenly, the tears you had been holding back spilled. Unstoppable, you shook your head, violently sobbing. I was scared, Junko, that what if one day you will wake up and regret me? You will hate me for not giving you what the world says you deserve. He froze, his breath catching. You choked on your soft spurt, tumbling out raw and messy. What if years from now you look at me and all you see is emptiness? What if you realize I stole your chance at a family? I couldn't bear it. Jungkook, I would rather let you go now than watch you resent me later. Your words stumbled out between sobs, messy and raw. You cried, clutching your chest as though your heart would burst. So I thought if I let you go now, if I pushed you away before that day came, at least you would still have a chance to be happy, to have the happiness in your life they want for you, even if it destroys me. The room fell silent except for your sobs. He laughed bitterly through his tears, shaking his head. My happiness is standing right in front of me. Only you, and you were ready to throw it away. His voice shattered, a sob breaking free. Because of them, you flinched at his words, your tears spilling faster. Jango, but he shook his head, his eyes glassy, filled with pain and desperation. No, answer me, why and why? Why did you let them decide for me? Why didn't you ask me what I wanted? I can't believe this. His eyes burned with tears, but behind them was fire, a rage so fierce it scared even you. I can't believe you thought I'd trade the woman I love for a child who doesn't even exist yet. Because they won't stop. Your family, the pressure, the judgment. I thought if I let you go now, at least you would still have a chance at the life they want for you. Step closer, voice cracking. And what about the life I want? Did you ever think to ask me, or am I so easy to replace that my choice doesn't matter? No, never replaceable. That's why I tried to set you free, because you deserve everything, and I thought I wasn't enough. Not enough? Fine, you are everything, everything to me. Then why would you even think of leaving me? That was it. That was the breaking point. It wasn't me, it was your mother. She begged me. She said I'm incomplete, that I can't give you a future, that one day you would regret me. She told me to step aside, to let you go before it's too late. You collapsed onto the edge of the bed, hands covering your face, shaking. I believed her. I thought she was right. I thought if I love you, I should let you go before you start hating me. I thought I was leaving you, Jungkook. I can't see you regret love. Jungkook stood there, shattered, his tears falling freely. He moved slowly, as though afraid you might break if he touched you too suddenly. Then, with a soft groan of pain, he sank to his knees in front of you. Gently yet firmly, he pulled your hands away from your face, forcing you to look at him through your tears. His own cheeks were wet, his voice trembling as he whispered regret. His thumb brushed your wet cheeks. The only thing I would ever regret in this life is losing you. My happiness isn't in a child I have never even seen. It's in you, right here. Your tears flowed freely now. Jungle couldn't hold back anymore. With a broken sound, he yanked you into his arms, pressing you against his chest as though you might disappear if he let go. His tears fell into your hair, his hand gripping you so tightly you could feel his desperation in every trembling touch. You know I hate you right now, he whispered hoarsely against your ears, his embarrassed trembling with words he couldn't direct at you. That made you cry harder. I can't believe they manipulated you. You, the same woman who doesn't stumble in business deals, the one who demands more than half the profits when every other CEO is happy with a third. I'm sorry. You managed to whisper. He pulled back just enough to cup your face, his eyes blazing even through the tears. The woman who looked her own husband in the eye and was ready to break a partnership because I wasn't working according to her project. That's my wife, my fierce, ruthless wife. I thought I was protecting you. Your lips trembled, fresh tears rolled down on your cheek. His thumb brushed across your tear-streaked cheek, his jaw tight as his voice cracked. Protecting me by almost losing me, by letting them make you doubt yourself. Fine, you are my wife, my fearless, ruthless wife, the woman who fights the whole world without blinking. That same woman became so desperate for a child that not for herself but for me. She was ready to lose me. His forehead pressed against yours, his breath shaking. I hate you for this. Do you hear me? I hate you for ever believing I would trade you for something as meaningless as higher than legacy. Your tears blurred everything, but his words seared into your soul. He shook his head, pulling you closer until you could barely breathe, whispering brokenly, I'm sorry. I was scared because of me. You will never hear a little one run into your arms, calling you. Don't, he cuts you off sharply, almost like a warning. Don't you dare finish that. You think I need a child to feel complete. Listen to me, the only reason I even dream of it is because you are my wife. Without you, there is nothing. No hire, no legacy, nothing. I thought I was holding you back, that I was stealing your happiness, you said, choking on a sob, clutching his shirt. He held your chin, forcing you to look at him, his eyes blazing through tears. My happiness is you, only you, not them, not blood, not society. Do you hear me? He crushed you against his chest, lips pressed to your hair, his whole body trembling with the weight of his emotions. Anyone dares make you feel unworthy again, I will burn everything. I will destroy anyone who tries to come between us, even my parents, especially my parents. You are my wife, my future, my everything. Whispering fiercely, his grip hardened, voice low, dangerous edge cutting through his desperation. Don't you ever do this again, Ryan. Don't you dare try to leave me, because if you do, I swear I will never forgive you. His jaw clenched, veins straining as he fought to contain the storm inside him. Then his gaze fell to your tear-stained cheeks, puffed and trembling, and something in him snapped. He cupped your face, thumbs pressing your skin before he tugged at your cheeks, firm and almost punishing, yet aching with love. He groaned softly. If you ever pull this again, I will cage you here in this penthouse. No office, no projects, no deals, just you locked in my arms, where I can see you, where you are safe. You know you sound like a maniac right now, he said, sniffling through tears, voice breaking but sharp enough to cut his jaw flexed, his eyes narrowing, but his hand never left your cheeks, thumb stroking as if he couldn't stop touching you. Low, rough, almost a warning. Then so be it. I would rather be your maniac than live a single day without you. He pulled you closer until your lips pressed, his forehead pressed to yours, his breath ragged. Call me cruel, call me insane, but don't you dare call me a man who can live without his wife, because I can't, I won't. Before you could retort, his phone rang on the table, his brow knitted when he saw the name flashing on the screen. Why is your secretary calling me? You rolled your eyes, snatched the phone from his hand, and answered before he could make any sense. Yes, it's me. Ma'am, I have been trying to reach you since morning. The secretary rushed out confused. You glanced around until your eyes fell on your shattered phone on the floor. You turned back, slowly narrowing your eyes at Jungkook. He rubbed the back of his neck, giving you the guiltiest, most awkward smile of his life, like a kid couch stealing cookies. The clients are already waiting for the meeting. Of course, I will be at the office in half an hour. You promised your secretary, then ended the call. Turning back to him, you asked the bro, "You are buying me a new phone." Jungkook didn't miss a beat. He pulled you onto his lap, his thumb wiping away the last of your tears with surprising gentleness. His lip crossed your temples as he moaned, "Not just a phone, I will buy the whole damn shop, every color, every model. Just don't ever give me a heart attack in the morning again, especially not over something as stupid as this. Because if you think I would trade you for a baby, you have lost your mind." His lips curled into a smirk, his voice dropping to that weak, teasing tone only he could pull off. "Beside, a mini version of you, honestly, might be unsurvivable." Your jaw dropped. For a second, you thought he was serious until you caught the glint of mischief in his eyes. "He was teasing you, John Jungkook," you hissed, shoving him back with sudden force. He hit the floor with a grunt, but the smile never left his face. You climbed on top, pinning him down by his wrists. "Say that again, I dare you." He only chuckled low in his chest, testing your grip but not really fighting back because he loved this side of you. "Look at my fierce wife. Even without a mini version, you are already hard enough to survive." He chuckled deeply, dark amusement flashing in his eyes. "Survive? You are full of yourself. Think you can take me down that easily? Dream on, John." You leaned closer, teeth flashing in a playful snarl, and before you could blink, he twisted his wrist free with ease, slipping you beneath him. His weight pressed you into the floor. Now it was him gazing you, hands spinning yours above your head. "You can push me, fight me, scream at me, but don't you ever try to leave me." His forehead pressed to yours, his voice breaking into a whisper, "Because I will hold you down like this forever if I have to." Your breath hitched. You were still smoking despite the heat of the moment. "Try it, and I will make sure surviving isn't an option for you either." He laughed dark and low, his eyes glinting with amusement and hunger. "Oh, is that a threat, my fierce wife?" "A promise?" You hissed, tilting your head just enough to challenge him, teeth grazing his jaw. The room filled with the tension of teasing heat and the sharp bite of a playful defense, neither willing to yield, yet neither could resist the pull of the other.